Aloha! Are you headed to Kauai and you're wondering what to do? Don't worry, we got you covered. We're going to show you 5 different things you can do. 2 of them will be hikes, 2 of them will be like tour guide led experiences, and then one of them will be a luau. So let's get started. We're going to start with hikes. First trail we're going to talk about is the Hopi Falls Trail. This was actually recommended by a local. You'll know you're there when you get to a crowded street with a lot of cars parked. One of the people in the neighborhood, they have this mud station so you can wash off after the hike. And then there's a couple different farm stands or fruit stands. It was so cute. We ended up buying some of the bananas and ate them as a snack during the hike. So along the road, you'll see a couple different spots where there's just this opening. You can barely see it. Pick any one of them. They'll all lead you to the same spot, which is the bigger trail. You'll see it. It starts to hit that nice body of water. So once you see that, you know you're on the right track. And then you just start to hike up the trail. There was this little chicken, and he ended up leading us. But no, for reals, once you take that trail, you'll eventually come across your first waterfall to your left. You have to hike down a little bit. We were being super careful. It was really muddy that day. But once you get down there, it's totally worth it. You're like right there by the waterfall. I don't think you'd be wanting to swim in this waterfall, but you can swim in the second one.
Aloha! We're on the Hopi Trail right now. We just got done seeing the first waterfall, and there's one more, so I think it's about 20 minutes away from the first waterfall. So we're on our way to that one right now. We got some bananas from the fruit stand right outside the trailhead. So we're gonna take a little banana break. These are apple bananas, so they're extra sweet, kind of taste a little like apple.
All right, so shortly after the first waterfall, you're gonna come to this fork. You want to go left. I think if you go right, you'll get there too, but we were told to go left, so left we went, and it got us there. You'll walk by the stream again, and it's super beautiful, but we didn't want to give it all away. All right, so we're at the top of the waterfall right now, and I'm turning the camera to show you guys if you want to go to the bottom of the waterfall, you actually do a little hands and feet climbing up this spot. It looks kind of hard from here, but it wasn't too hard. So here's a little picture of me in action. I think it was totally worth it because it was really cool to walk down, but you don't have to, right? The view is beautiful from the top of the waterfall, but if you do climb up, you kind of walk down a little bit to your left, not very far, and then you climb back down again, and it puts you right at the base of the waterfall, and it's so gorgeous. So right here is where you can swim, actually. There's a rope. You couldn't quite make it out in this video, but right here is where everyone swims, and there's a rope. All right, so the next hike we're going to talk about is the Waimea Canyon Trail. We actually did this hike on our first trip to Kauai, which is why we don't have the best footage. But the footage is good enough. Look at that view. It is gorgeous. This is considered the Grand Canyon of Kauai. If you're going to do one hike, do this one. You do hike kind of near an edge at one point, but there's a lot of space, so it wasn't scary at all. Totally worth it. I mean, again, look how gorgeous that is. All right, let's talk about activities, starting with a luau. So this luau was an awesome show. There's 2 different levels or packages you can purchase this luau. It's either a buffet and the show, or you can upgrade and you can do like a fine dining restaurant at the Plantation house, and then they walk you to the show, which is at the back of their property. Either way, it's such a fun experience. The next activity is tubing down the old sugar plantation tunnels. It's not solid tunnels, but there are like 5 or 6 different tunnels you go through. This is very chill. I was nervous. I was like, oh, whitewater tubing. It's not that. It's like 3 feet high, the water. If you ever feel scared, you can just stand up. It's super calm. There was one like 3-foot little drop, and it was fun. Like, it was silly. But a gorgeous drive to the actual start of the tubing experience. This is actually where you end. And then there's a couple pictures that they took of us. They plugged us up there. You're not that close the whole time, but you're kind of close. But anyways, it's super chill, super gorgeous. Look at these photos, and I recommend. But if you want something a little bit more adrenaline rushing, a little more fast paced, then maybe this ATV tour is what you're looking for. This was so much fun. I had never done something like this before. They give you like some snacks, and then they give you, bandanas to wear around your face, and you'll need those bandanas. It gets dusty and muddy, but it's all in the experience. It was super muddy the day that we went because it was the rainy season, and we were splashing through the water and we got mud all over us. So just be prepared. Don't wear clothes that you don't want to get stained, because that was like clay and it did stain my clothes. It's okay. It was worth it. This is where they filmed Jurassic Park, like Indiana Jones, and a couple other movies. I'll talk all about it. This was my favorite. If I had to do just one thing in this whole video, I would do this one. It was super fun, super gorgeous. 10/10 recommend. And at the end, they actually stop and they take you to a waterfall where you can go swimming. Look at all this bamboo. It was so gorgeous. The day that we went, because it was such heavy rains, we didn't get to go swimming, but we weren't worried about it because it was such a fun experience. I hope this video helped with your travel planning. And if you're wondering where to eat in Kauai, check out my other video where we rate 15 different places, ranging from shave ice to fine dining. Aloha!